I'm going to walk you through the graph of a network marketing company's life. If you can ever find the right company in the right time frame and have the vision to see past where it is, that's where wealth creation occurs. The problem is, who in here ever gets brought other people's company stuff and says, we need something like this?
Coming from the speaker.
Okay, here's what you ask them. How old are they? Okay, the V company's a decade old. The V company's a decade old. I could go through a number of companies that we compete with that aren't really that far ahead of us, but are years ahead of us. They're already parading across the stage. They're $1 million earners. This company's making them. Okay, when the story's told 6 or 7 years down the road, you guys looking in from Nashville or Michigan or California, wherever you're watching today, you guys in this room, you're the story that's going to be told. It takes vision to get to be the story one day. You don't just get to show up that day and be the story. Okay? When you're going to have a story written about you, you've got to pay the price. You've got to go through the roads, and then you get to talk about the old days when there was this back office thing. You click on this dot that led to that dot that led to that dot that led to that dot, and then you never even really find the dot you're looking for. The people you're telling that story to, they don't care about how it used to be. They don't know what you're talking about. But you made it through it, and you're going on the stage, and the story's being told about you. It's a neat time frame. But this isn't 3% of room, and I would feel really remiss if I didn't do this, because this is not just a 3% room on finances in the industry, but this room, a lot of you guys took the nutrition, the weight loss seriously. You told the line, you developed the story, and I can't let you leave without at least you coming to the front of the room and telling everybody, if you lost more than 30 pounds, so we can get you on camera, come to the front of the room, and we'll go right by you with the mic. It's very timely, but I just want you to tell everybody your weight loss and what town you're from. So come on up real quick if you're above 30 pounds. If you're above 30 pounds in weight loss with your ARIIX system, come on up. And Vern, we're going to go to the video right as we come off of this. And by the way, there's 15 people that joined us less than a year ago that are now through 100 pounds. Okay, begin right here with Jennifer.
Jennifer Quinn, 40 pounds, Mason, Ohio.
Awesome, Jennifer.
Shannon Lavinia, 58 pounds, Park City, Utah. Debbie Fisher, 50 pounds, Fayetteville, North Carolina. Ladine Zico, 55 pounds, Southern Pines, North Carolina.
Greg Johnston, Pascagoula, Mississippi, 47 pounds. My wife is not here, 41 pounds.
Ronnie Blakeney, Goshen, Mississippi, 67 pounds.
Wow. That's cool.
He's so little.
George Faber, 43 pounds, Sylva, North Carolina.
Hi there, Kenna Faber, 37 pounds, Sylva, North Carolina.
Crystal Swain, Gadsden, Alabama, 44 pounds.
Denise Smith, 37 pounds, in Albemarle, North Carolina.
Carl Miller, 58 pounds, Manning, South Carolina. I did it in 5 months.
Regina Salka, 80 pounds, Marietta, Georgia.
Marcia Waters, Calhoun, Georgia, 32 pounds in 6 weeks.
Wow, that's great.
Tammy Croft, 112 pounds.
Dwayne Croft, 102 pounds, Harville, Georgia.
Larry Phipps, Raleigh, North Carolina, 35 pounds.
Randall Markham from Lexington, North Carolina, 33 pounds in 2 months.
Sid Hoffman, 85 pounds in 6 months.
Wanda Arts, Landis, North Carolina, 53 pounds.
David Simmons, 50 pounds, and I'm from Liberty, North Carolina.
Misty Holt, 70 pounds in 5 months. Feel great. Lexington, North Carolina.
Heather Schaub, Toledo, Ohio, 30 pounds. Margaret Witten, Cleveland, Tennessee, 72 pounds, 5 months.
Wow, 72.
Marilyn Anderson, Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and 35 pounds, and this is my beautiful daughter, Piper.
Hi,
5 paper cabinets from Winston-Salem, and I lost 75 pounds and got my life back.
Wow, that's good.
James Sherwood, 122 pounds in 9 months.
Ken Bailey, 63 pounds, High Point, North Carolina.
Awesome. Now we can give them all. Did you come up? Are you doing it? 70 pounds? 67 pounds? One last one. Carl flew for U.S. Air, had a heart attack. A pre-heart attack, and happened to find ARIIX when they had his license suspended. And how much did you lose? 47 pounds, but more importantly, cleaned all of his blood work back, and he's a full-time pilot again for U.S. Air.
Wow.
Okay.
Good story.
Is anybody familiar with the product Ubiquinol, CoQ10? Where is Dr. Ginger, how important is CoQ10? Especially if you're taking cholesterol medicine. I want to read you a text so I don't get anything wrong, and we're going to be very adamant about this. We don't diagnose, predict, we don't do anything. All I'm going to tell you is what this lady told me and her doctor, and then we're going to show you the video. I saw an advertisement for a drug for Parkinson's disease. Just said the symptoms, mentioned that the symptoms were caused by a decrease in dopamine. Knowing that Ubiquinol increases dopamine in the body, I asked her doctor, speaking of her mom you're about to see, if we could give it a try. He said, I'm willing to try anything. His response after seeing the improvement was, oh my, I think you've reminded me of what I used to believe in. So let's roll the video. This lady is named Mildred. The video was taken for the doctor 8 months ago, so he could see her state in the morning time.
Okay, it's okay. Listen, I'm
This
trying
is
to
8 months
get
into it.
a little bit of this taped for the doctor to be able to see what it is. Okay. I know. It's okay. No, it's okay. He needs to be able to see. I've missed the worst part.
Whatever you want to. Good morning.
8 months later.
I feel great today. And, you know,
That's Janice and Chip Heldon's mom in Nashville. Hey guys, the big group in Nashville watching.
But now I can talk. And I woke up this morning feeling great. And
That video wasn't made for this. It was an accidentally made video. They just got. The only thing that changed the equation is the start of the Ubiquinol into the program by the doctor. Okay. All right. We got a new product launch. It's called the. Get it pulled up. It's called the Advisor. It's a new magazine. It's going to be a new company quarterly magazine. Did we get them available today, Raleigh? Are they going to be available here? Okay. So we had 2,500 shipped in. They're lost in shipment somewhere. But there's going to be 100 for everybody in attendance today, which I think that's going to leave us a few hundred short. I know everybody won't get one. But you will be able to fill out an application today, send it back with the company, and if you like the magazine, and they will ship it to you. They'll just debit your credit card that you got on file there and get it. But this is going to be an amazing building tool. Let's look at it right here. It says, the secret behind ARIIX's unprecedented growth. And correct me if I'm wrong, Fred, but I got this from Mark yesterday. Approximately 31 million first year, 42 million second year, which was a lot of this room's first year in the company. Projected growth on current year's growth, 76 million this year. Okay. All right, let's repeat that. 31 first year, 42 second year, current growth pattern, 76 million this year. Okay. Translation is they got money to do stuff with. Okay? When the company is formulating, I call it a formulation period, they're fighting for their life on the inside. The reps are fighting for their life on the outside. The two are trying to work the best they can together. But when they start making money, you start making money. It all flows together. The more they make, the this little thing that happens, I don't know exactly when, year 5, year 6, year 7, a little thing called momentum, where it just all synergizes together, and all of a sudden, theoretically, a $76 million year in this industry can go $400 million the next year. I mean, there is no growth pattern in network marketing. Generally, it's going to look like this. It's going to look like this. And it just goes just like that. And what you're doing in that time frame is you're laying the groundwork. So I want to check your mindset. Is your mindset over the last 6 months been, man, they got to get this, and this fixed? Or is your mindset been, God, I got to get my business better before they get all this fixed? Because if it ain't the latter of the two, you ain't figured out what you got your hands on. Okay, let's walk through this. ARIIX, and this magazine is going to be able to do this for you. Let's start with the founders of the company. And I'm just going to, this is a personal opinion. You can take it for what it's worth. Opinion number 1, I don't like one owner. I like multiple pieces of ownership, checks and balances built in. One of the things about this company is they've got some really unique personalities. Deanna is she's really out there on the nutrition side. Okay, that's wonderful for us that love nutrition, want to be healthier, want to lose weight, want to have better longevity. But if you have her running the company financially, she may not always make the right financial decisions because she's always totally concerned about our health. Then over here we got Fred, who's totally concerned about numbers, and Jeff Yates, who's totally concerned about numbers, but maybe not as concerned about the magnesium stearate not being in the capsule of our pill. They don't even know what that word is exactly. So you've got this group of co-founders that have a check and balances. If you combine those guys together on that page, you've got 100 years experience in network marketing. And let me tell you, never be fooled by man on earth. Here's what I'm going to tell you. I will never say it this way. The company wants to give us more money. Here's what I'm going to say. They're smart enough and the insides of this company to understand the more you make, the more they make. It all ties together. One cannot go. That's the reason so many companies start headed toward this billion-dollar. How many companies over the last decade, if you've been around this industry, have you seen start taking this billion-dollar-a-year growth curve, crash? Billion-dollar-a-year growth, crash. Because they never had foresight past their growth curve. And the second they started hitting, they started taking shortcuts, they started killing the rev. They got the thought pattern from the inside of this company, how to get it, when we make that curve, which is what everybody fights for, how to bust us on through that billion, $2 billion, maybe onto that $5, $6, $7, $8 billion a year status in this industry, which only no matter who starts a company tomorrow, no matter how many companies I had, no lie, 5 people I knew from this part of the country met me in the lobby when I walked in the door, strictly about other companies. They just knew I was going to be in town, heard I was going to be at this hotel. There's one starting on every street corner every day. They ain't never going to have that. I'm just telling you. A year ago, when I had to find a new company in the industry, I didn't choose ARIIX because of Ray Cooper. I didn't. I chose ARIIX because it was the best put together company in the network marketing industry, and I had a moment in time to make that choice. One of the things they did is they created a Bill of Rights. Something you might want to point out, especially to some of your network marketing people. Tim Sells, anybody ever heard, sometimes somebody just says that nugget, you're like, okay, I don't need anything else. But I was talking through different pay plans with Tim Sells, and he says, Todd, how can I compare pay plans with XYZ company when they have the right to change it on you in 3 years, significantly, without any type of approval from any reps in the field? And I was like, well, I guess we really can't, because you can do whatever you want to for a couple of years to get us all involved. If you change it up, then I'm just giving you 3 years of my life to build your company, and I'm out on the street. So the Bill of Rights, your Bill of Rights, are extremely important. The company's received a number of awards through the years. Now, I'm going to talk about this in just a second. The company's branded. It's a multi-divisional company, which makes these types of meetings very difficult. I sit in my chair, and I'm sitting here thinking that as I travel the country, every meeting I go to is run so differently. I go into some meetings that now have 50 people in them that don't even know it's a network marketing company. I mean, they're in weight loss centers and wellness centers and all kind of stuff. And you're getting ready to see some new product lines that are going to do the same thing. But on the division of nutrition, if that is my focus, which is wonderful because this company's set up for it to allow us to do that, you can't beat this. You got Deanna, who has spoken at over 700 universities. Nobody out there any more knowledgeable can speak it any better to the common man or woman. She's put together and is constantly growing. I think, and I asked for comparisons, the most elite scientific advisory board out there. You've got PhD nutritionists. Got one in the room today. Dr. Ginger, if you've not, she didn't get enough time to do herself justice today. This company's giving you a platform. There's a revolution going on. Anytime I go into a piece of the country after Dr. Ginger's been there, I mean, Aaron lives on a farm. He's out in the middle of nowhere, and when I walk in his house, he's got juicers and green juice and no meat, and I'm like, what happened to you, Aaron? I thought you were a horse guy. But she goes in and teaches people how to detoxify. I was talking to some ladies last night at the Golden Corral about how to get the green juice in the body, get rid of the toxins, cut the sugar completely out, which is a story for another day. If you want to lose weight, get rid of the sugar. But that scientific advisory board is always growing. Dr. Strand, everybody knows who he is, but I'm just going to point it out because I know we've got some new people that have flown in today. He's written 3 best-selling books. His wife had fibromyalgia. He's a family physician. He couldn't fix her. Went on a quest to figure out how to do it nutritionally. Ended up writing the book, What the Doctor Doesn't Know About Nutrition That Might Be Killing You. Going on through the book, the company, even though we're only 3 years old, does have some people starting to rise through the rank with finances. Duke, if you're watching today, you take a great picture. Look at his house and his cars there. But these are some successful people in the company. What I want to tell you is 6, 7 years from now, it becomes increasingly more difficult to get your picture in that magazine. Today, it's easy. It's so easy. I mean, as a matter of fact, it's so easy right now. If your face is not in the magazine, you're not hardly working, because there are people in the magazine that aren't hardly working. This is a... One thing that I do want to point out, the young brands, they own Pizza Hut, Taco Bell, and Kentucky Fried Chicken. I didn't know that. This is another piece of this company that really caught our attention. They're creating this company multi-divisional. We're ARIIX. We're Slenderize. We're Slenderex. Aaron was talking about websites. I sometimes don't even know what I'm doing anymore, depending on who I'm talking to. If I'm talking to Guillermo, I'm Noah. If I'm talking to another person, I'm Ubiquinol. We're all over the place. But the company, over time, here's the vision that I had from the first second I saw how this was laid out. We have right now the Nutrify nutrition system. Everybody's familiar with that. Probably the best line this company has today, maybe 10 years from now, it may not be, but today is Slenderize. A lot of tweets go out, and ARIIX is not even mentioned. Only Slenderize or Slenderex is mentioned. We're getting ready to launch in Las Vegas this new product line called Revive. That will be going live. It is going to have Relieve body wash, shampoo, conditioner, toothpaste. The most important part about it, I'm not the one to go through it, but it's all the stuff it doesn't have in it. They went through some price points on the phone the other day. They're very competitive out there, less than the high-end salon stuff. So you're going to get a high-quality product, less than the high-end salon stuff. It's going to be absolutely terrific. That's going to go live in Las Vegas. So there will be a group of people another year down the road that are going to be running Revive meetings, just like some people right now in the country are running Slenderex meetings.
That's like skincare.
You got the success stories in your magazine, you've got the water purity system, and we're going to end it out with the pay plan. And this is really important. Do I have a lady that can write really neat? Yeah, can you write pretty fast too? Okay, I'm going to let you write on the board for me because I have really bad handwriting. This is going to be a 3%. This is going to be a 3% of pay plan training. Who wants to be in the top 3%? Okay, let me tell you, you can be. The top 3%ers, they weren't born with it. They made a decision. That's it. And you don't have to make a decision to go home and quit your job today and go full-time in ARIIX tomorrow. What you have to make a decision is, is where I am today and where I'm going to be a couple years down the road, and start going through the little things every day that get you there. And does anybody want to know, if you ever want to know the biggest secret in network marketing? I mean, you can go to Robert Allen trainings. I can send you off. I've listened to all the best trainers in the world. I've listened, and when you get down to it, you can go to an 8-hour training and learn what I'm going to tell you in 20 seconds. Anybody want to know how to make a lot of money in network marketing? When I go to bed tonight, I want you to ask yourself this question. Who did I talk to about my business today?
Yeah.
Who did I talk to? I'm watching some people do this really bad right now and make money. I'm watching some people that I know I've watched before are really good that aren't making any money. When I go to bed tonight, who did I talk to about this? I'm talking to me. I have to ask, it doesn't matter I've been doing this 12 years full time. If I didn't talk to anybody today about the business, outside of the business I already had growing, how could my business possibly grow? Who did I talk to about the business today? So let's talk money just a second. Did we find one that worked? Let me get the model drawn up. Okay, it's going to be a 3% of pay plan training. And it's in your book. You can put your little white sheet of paper in there. You don't have to do this brand new. If I'm with a brand new person, I'm going to show them how it costs $100 a month to be in the business with 75 value points, and how they need to find 2 other people that would like to lose weight, make a little bit of money besides them, get their box of drops, and get theirs for free.
Sure.
Or spend 101 plus shipping and taxes and make 100 back. 105, make 101 back. I just always say 100 and 100. Okay, but here's your 3% training. Base pay. When you begin, what's the least amount of legs you can begin with? Okay, if you've got pen and paper, I need you to write these numbers down. This is very, very important. Because when you go home today and you want to know how to make $30,000 a month, you're going to know. There's no leeway in the numbers I'm about to tell you. Okay, base pay, the least amount of lines I can start with is 2. So let's just write you with 2 lines underneath it. Okay, if I start with a middle of the road pack, how many lines do I get to start with? And if I start with an elite pack, how many? So let's just use little dots and draw a 3rd and a 4th line. Either way you want to do it. Perfect. That's good enough. Okay, base pay, I need you to answer for me. You're paid 15% unlimited of the lesser of the growing out. So, easy translation. I've got 2 groups of people that begin to grow out. They start signing up reps. The boxes indicate reps. I'm going to be paid 15% of all the sales that occur and of all the sales reps that are selling products of the lesser of those 2 legs. Any questions on that? That's basic pay plan training. Okay, now we begin the 3% pay plan training. When you get 2 legs to 13,334 value points, let's write that below 2 legs. 13,334 worth of sales on 2 legs. Did you do that last week, Aaron? Aaron did that last week. Susan's done that. I can name a bunch of people that have done that. 13,334 in 2 legs. Our terminology for that is called what?
Optimize.
Okay, here's your 3% pay plan training. When you do that, you're paid 15% of the lesser of the 2 legs. So 15% of 13,334 is what?
$2 grand.
$2,000. Let's write that down. For the week. Your savings account, and this is, I'm assuming in this room a lot of people know the pay plan, but your savings account is going to give you an additional 15% as long as you pay $250 for the week. So you're going to get your $2,000 paid to you, and they're going to dump an extra 15% in your savings account, which is $300. So for the week, you've now made how much? Okay, let's write that 300 below the 2,000. Okay, here is the 3% pay plan training that most people don't know about. Okay, when you get an optimized position, you go into a 2% override of worldwide sales. Okay, don't go in depth on how all this works just yet. Let me just get the math straight, which is currently approximately within $1 or $2 of $480 a week. Wow. For the optimized pool. Okay. So what most people don't know about is that if you have one optimized position for the week, besides the $2,000, besides the $300 in savings, you're also going to get an extra $480 check. It'll be in the same check for the override pool, because you've just gotten 2 shares in the override pool. So you're now at how much? $27.80 for the week. So if you would like to be a $10,000 per month earner on 3 of the 5 ways we get paid, what do I need to do?
To optimize Lex.
How do I optimize?
13,334.
$13,334. Now here's the key thing. Margaret, it was your group that just put the big nutritionist in down in Greenville? Oh, wow. Where are you? Oh, nice to meet you. I heard all about you. So let's just say that, tell me your first name again. Jean? Jean. Let's just say that Jean gets really excited about the mower or whatever product, and Jean just started selling $10,000 worth of products out of her office for the week. Okay? That one person selling 10,000 is 10,000, you're 13,334. So it doesn't have to be a number of people, it's just sales that are occurring. So 13,334, these are exact numbers, there's no variation here. 13,334 in 2 legs is how much in base pay? 2,000 in base pay. It is how much in savings account? And it is how much in the income override pool? Okay. Is that weekly or monthly?
That's just one.
That is weekly.
That's just one.
Does that include matching pay?
Every week.
Matching pay
to get paid on
can be, depending on where you personally sponsored people, equal to or above that. I'm going to show you a slide of that at the end.
Doesn't count the other.
Okay? Now, 3% training here. Let's draw that one more line out a little bit more. Like right here. If you build a 3rd line, remember you can start with 3. But if you started with 2, you wouldn't earn another when you optimized. When you start the 3rd leg, in this company, here's where we're different. You make 15% unlimited of every leg you build except for the biggest. Every leg you build except for the biggest. Into time, you can build as many as you want. We're only going to talk about 3 today, because the number I'm about to show you will satisfy a good majority of people. Okay, you start building a 3rd pay line. That 3rd pay line reaches 13,334. What's the importance of 13,334? Optimized. So if you optimize a 3rd leg, which is considered your first pay line, what is your base pay in that leg? So let's write that down. 2,000. This is going to be a trick question. How much goes into the savings account?
300.
Buzz got it, Mr. Corporate America. Okay, the answer is 200 because the savings account maxes at $500 per week or $2,000 per month.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So it's going to kick another 200 into the savings account. So you got that down, thank you. Now this is the kicker that I guarantee you, 99, and this is the reason I'm telling you today, because I know you don't know, because if you knew, you wouldn't be sleeping. Bill Harloff woke up when he finally figured this out. Okay. All right. When you get a 3rd line done, that's considered your first pay line, and it kicks you into the pay line override pool, which right now is right at $1,600 per week, correct?
What?
A little more. What was it last week? $1,700. So you will get an additional $1,700 for being in the worldwide override pool for a pay line. Let's add those 3 together.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm going to go back and pick that up. Okay, so you've got the pay line at $3,900. Where did it come from? 2,000 in base pay, 200 in savings, and the part that nobody knows about is in the ARIIX presentation slides, though. You just sometimes have to see it on the board to get it translated what it's talking about. But it's going to throw in an extra $1,700, so that 3rd pay line, you're now at $3,900. But you're still getting your first two legs, which is your income position, which was 2780. So let's add those two numbers together, 2780 and 3900. So 6,680 if you can get 3 legs putting in 13,000 a week. Listen, if you talk to people out here that are in companies 5, 6, 7 years old, that were around in year 2 and 3, all those guys that work have millions and millions and millions of dollars in sales that occur in their organizations. 13,334 in 3 legs, I mean, what is that? 300, 400, 500,000 in sales that create that? It's not that much. Let's add that now. If anybody's got a calculator, make this quick for us. 6680 times 4.
It's almost 30.
Okay, so you're at 22,720 on 3 pieces of a pay plan. Not to include matching pay. Income position and 1 pay line.
There either. Wow.
I'm not going to do this to you in this room, but if you build 1 more line, it's another 2,000, and the second pay line pulls an extra 4,800. So 1 more line for a 4th pay line, which everybody can start with 4 with the Elite Pack. That's a genius way to start. But if you start with 4 pay lines, and you get a 4th one done, you're at 2,000 plus 4,800 for 6,800 on that pay line. Okay, just throw a slide up in this, Vernon. Thank you for helping me. Thank you so much. Okay, that is...
Yahoo!
That is 3 parts of the pay plan.
That's a nice way to
And we want to thank
I like that.
Crystal and Whitson Gardner for putting this slide together. Who's familiar with matching pay? Perfect. Okay. My time. They're going to do it. Okay. We're going to end this now. We've got, in this room I talked about as we started, we have got $1 million earners in the industry in the room. This is a 3% room. It is a room that is, I just tell you, God is so good. He gave us this company.